Barbara Sefovich along with John London, and we have really been looking forward to this parade. This is one of the most fun ones we do. Looking up and down the street, it is packed solid. There's concession stands all over. John, why can we see these people so clearly?
Well, once again, we are just so happy and honored to have the presence of Eagle Fire Company #2 to illuminate our broadcast area here right at the SusCom 4 studios right here in Hanover location along Baltimore Street. So you'll be able to see the folks, the sights and sounds, the smells. I wish we could bring you those, but we can describe the smells to you. And we've got lots of spectators lined up and ready to go. And you'll be able to see the parade in its entirety here on SusCom 4, and it's brought to you by Brown's Orchard. Now, Hanover Borough had a trick-or-treating earlier this week, Barb, and so the folks, I mean, they already had the trick-or-treating, it's out of the way, so now they're getting ready for the parade, and folks are taking their positions. They put their lawn chairs out and blankets earlier this afternoon, and everyone's taking their final positions and getting ready for what promises to be a really nice parade tonight. We really enjoy doing this parade. This is like, we're going into like our 4th or 5th year doing the Hanover Halloween Parade, and we're just honored to be here. And as far as the weather, just perfect. Just a little bit of a nip in the air, and we'll be bringing you more of the sights and sounds of the parade as we move along this evening. Barb?
Well, as John said, we've got a lot of spectators. I know there are 6 divisions in this parade. Each division will have bands, floats, baton groups, cars, costume marchers. John, do you have any idea who the Grand Marshal is this year?
I'll tell you what, the Grand Marshal, who will tell you about a little bit more in a little bit, the Grand Marshal is, we've got spectators just about ready to cross in front of us here. That's okay. It's very comfortable, laid back and relaxed here. So anyway, but the Grand Marshal tonight is a military veteran of several Persian Gulf campaigns, the Gulf War, Desert Shield, Desert Storm. And so we are very honored to have that gentleman in attendance tonight as our Grand Marshal.
Very good. The parade will be starting shortly. Stay with us, kick back, get comfortable, and give us a listen. We have more people trying to pass, so we're going to go get in our van.
Wife and I had a vision of a full season, full-fledged farm market. We stress quality of our fruits. Everything that we try to do in the market stresses quality. The total mix we have, with the deli, the bakery, the gifts, the flowers, people don't have to come into this building. We have to make them want to come in, an inviting atmosphere, friendliness, courtesy, helpful, go that extra mile.
Shouldn't today be a Browns day, 'cause good friends meet at Brown.
Take exit 10 off of I-83.
I could reach the stars, pour one down for you, so you could see the truth, that I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe, and if I could, I'd change the world.
Morning.
What's up, bro?
Welcome to the party. It's the ESPN Game Plan College Football Pay-Per-View Package. Get access to more than 150 extra college football games this season. Order now.
Hi, I'm Matthew Popecki, host of Beyond the Drawing Board. Each week we show you products and ideas that you can use in your residential or commercial construction project, plus local contractors who can help get the work done. Beyond the Drawing Board is a SusCom 4 program brought to you by John H. Myers & Son. Tune in at these times for Beyond the Drawing Board.
At SusCom 4, we want to hear from you, and it's easy to do. All you have to do is either email us at suscom4@suscom.com or mail us at SusCom 4, 1050 East King Street, York, PA 17403. This is your chance to tell us what you think, what you enjoy watching, and what you'd like to see. That's suscom4@suscom.com or mail us at SusCom 4, 1050 East King Street, York, PA 17403.
Is your best friend having a bad hair day? Time to visit for animals. There's no long wait for an appointment, and our courteous professional staff can work magic on your pet. We also offer self-serve grooming. Use our tubs and equipment, we'll clean up the mess. For Animals carries a variety of pet supplies, including a full line of natural shampoos and the doggy toy box, a For Animals exclusive. Call today for an appointment. The prices are great, the hours convenient, and our customers love us.
You are watching the 2004 Hanover JC's Halloween Parade on SusCom 4 live. And the parade will be brought to you in its entirety. And from what I remember last year, Barb, we had a long and wonderful parade. The folks here in Hanover always treat us with first-class style, just wonderful folks in this community.
Yes, they do. And on the way to our parade location, we saw some of the costumed entrants that are going to be in the parade, and you are going to love them. They have some really cute costumes. And what I like about this parade too, John, is you see a lot of family participation.
Yeah, they definitely make a family affair out of this. Just bring the whole family out, spread their blankets out, and get ready. And of course, the concessionaires are walking up and down the avenue now along Baltimore Street here in Hanover. And they're selling their popcorn and, of course, the parade baubles, the stuffed animals and inflatable animals, everything you can imagine, everything that produces what has come to be known as Halloween. And there you can see the very, very beginning of the parade, the emergency vehicles to herald the start of the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade, being brought to you on SusCom 4 by Brown's Orchard. I'm John London along with Barbara Sepovich, and we think we're going to have a wonderful night. Nice thing, you don't have to bundle up too warmly tonight, although lots of folks did bring their blankets out tonight to line the streets. And as you can see in the very middle top of your screen, there it is, some of the sights of autumn. And what is Halloween? The colors of Halloween, the orange of the trees. Just the perfect time of year.
Oh, it is.
That tree knew what it was doing, because the leaves have already changed. They're turning orange, and we are so glad we could do this parade before the leaves started to fall off completely.
Well, now, John, you promised you were going to tell us a little bit more about the Grand Marshal in the parade.
Sure. Well, the Hanover JCs wanted to add some living history to a traditionally popular event, so what they did was they asked military veteran Donald Myers to lead the Hanover Halloween Parade tonight. It's the 63rd annual Hanover Halloween Parade. And I'll tell you what, talk about an extensive military record. Donald Myers has served in the last few wars, and they thought it was important to honor him and have him here as not only to honor him as an individual, but symbolic of all the military veterans for what they have done so well for our country for so many years. Myers is a 40-year-old Hanover native, and he's a graduate of Southwestern High School. He returned from Iraq 8 months ago, and he recently then retired from the U.S. Marine Corps. He's served in various military operations during his 20 years with the Marines, including, now get this, I told you he was involved in Iraq, Operations Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and Iraqi Freedom. By the time he retired, Myers achieved the rank of Staff Sergeant, and he did meet with former President George Bush and received many medals. Of course, the father of our current president.
Well, I can't think of anybody more deserving to be Grand Marshal.
Yeah, and he's not taking it lightly either. He said he considers it an honor to be the marshal of this year's Halloween Parade, saying it's a privilege, and hopefully it makes the veterans at home feel good and the Marines in Iraq and Afghanistan feel good to know that they're being honored and remembered at home.
Well, before we get started, we want to once again give a special thanks to Hanover's Eagle Fire Company number 2 for providing the lighting truck, and this is operated by Dick Garrett and Matthew Barnes. They're like old friends. We see them every year.
We were having coffee with them right before the parade started. Wonderful group of folks. Now, the parade route starts at Shepherd Myers Field, and then it goes up Baltimore Street to Stock Street. And of course, it'll eventually widen past our broadcast location here, the SusCom studios here in Baltimore, right here along Baltimore Street. And what we understand, there are going to be a total of, we believe, 6 divisions in the parade. So It won't be one of those parades where you blink your eyes and it's completely gone. I had a chance. The shortest parade, Barb, I ever saw was when I was growing up in Berks County, and it was in the community of Womelsdorf, and I think it was to honor some I don't know, like 75 years for the town or 100 years, something like that. And I think the parade was over in about 8 minutes.
My goodness.
In the single digits in minutes. But it was a nice parade, short but nice. Okay.
You had more spectators than you did participants.
We sure did. We really did.
Speaking of spectators.
Yep.
Now, we had talked about this being a real family affair in Hanover a few minutes ago. You saw someone on the screen that actually brought their dog along.
And I believe you'll get to see the mayor of Hanover in the parade, and the mayor of Hanover brought her dog along too, so we'll get to see that. So we're just about ready to start. The parade just about underway. Even the police are happy about the parade. They get a chance to see something different, do something different for a change. And some of the flag bearers to herald the start of the Hanover JC's Halloween parade.
And one of the first banners you will see will be the Hanover area JC's 63rd Halloween parade banner. We have lots of good Halloween trivia for you. Of course, your baton groups will be in it. They're always fun to see. We have some Halloween safety tips, although as John had mentioned, Halloween trick-or-treating is over here in Hanover. That happened on Tuesday. So anybody from York watching may want to take advantage of some of these tips.
While we have a chance here, maybe we should refresh folks' memories and ours at the same time on the story of Halloween. Goes back over 2,000 years. Now, we won't cover the entire 2 millenniums. We'll just give you a quick thumbnail here. It goes back over 2,000 years to the ancient Celtics, and it was their day for celebrating the year's harvest. But October 31st itself was also the day of a festival honoring the dead. Then bringing us down through the centuries, portions of the Celtic holiday of the dead eventually passed into Christian culture. By the 10th century, the Catholic Church added the new holiday called All Souls Day. The day was set aside to honor all the dead, not just the early Christian saints. And then the celebration of Halloween came to America. Eventually, it was brought by the Irish and the Scottish immigrants and eventually evolved into what we know today, a celebration of family fun, a night of bobbing for apples, eating popcorn, and watching parades, too. And again, our parade tonight is being illuminated by the Eagle Fire Company #2, doing a fantastic job volunteering their services. And I think they enjoy illuminating the parade just as much as we do enjoy bringing it to you live here on SusCom 4.
And shortly we should see our Grand Marshal coming into view.
And what's so special about this parade, Barb, is of course the fact that while most parades are held in the afternoon, this one is a nighttime parade. So whatever happens, no matter what you see, what you'll always get is the very special aspect that you'll get the spookier side of Halloween. And it's also sort of like warm and cozy here in Hanover, getting to see the parade at night. Everybody's out here bundled up, getting a chance to watch the parade with just a little bit of a nip in the air.
I think nighttime Halloween parades are great.
Of course, once we're finished with this parade, we will of course be bringing you the York Halloween parade too. That'll be a Sunday afternoon live at 2 p.m. And there's the Grand Marshal of the parade, Mr. Don Myers, military veteran of various campaigns in the Persian Gulf, served a long time in the Marine Corps. We're so honored and happy to have him here tonight. Graduate of Southwestern High School, returned from Iraq 8 months ago, and he recently retired from the U.S. Marine Corps.
And there's our co-sponsors banner, Hanover Honda. And the first band of the evening, Southwestern High School. Southwestern Homecoming Court, I believe.
Yes, indeed. And we've got the various members, like the third runner-up, Miss Hanover, Katie McMaster. Second runner-up, Miss Hanover, Caitlin Van Sant. First runner-up, Miss Hanover, Allison Dispinez. And we have a 2004 Miss Hanover herself, Sarah Schwartz, all represented on the Southwestern Homecoming Court. So we've already had one marching band, and you can bet there are going to be numerous floats throughout the parade too. Very float intensive here in Hanover.
And it's perfect weather for floats.
Oh, it sure is.
And even the bands, if it's drizzly or something outside, they don't get to keep the plumes on their hats. And they make them look so nice.
Yeah. Hanover Area JC's president. That's Nick Crasium and his wife Sherry and their son Derek. Glad to have them along today. Hanover Area JCs do so much for the community, daring to soar in 2004.
And that's the theme for the Hanover Area JC's float.
We already have a patriotic theme.
I would imagine we'll see a lot of that tonight.
I would think so. With the election right around right around the corner, you can bet. And this is going to be a very, very close election too. Another one of our marching bands.
Ah, it's the cheerleaders. The Colts cheerleaders.
Southwestern Intermediate. And there's the Pennsylvania JC's first partner, Ed Cornelius. Not exactly sure what a first partner does, but I'm sure it's a very responsible job. Do you know what a first partner does?
No, I'm afraid I don't. You know, I can't take my eyes off that beautiful tree. All dressed for fall.
Very nice, blending with the color of the cars. You can definitely tell fall is very much upon us now. Supplying the car, of course, Jean Latta Ford in Hanover. And inside, the Penn Township Commissioners, Merle Dubbs
and Mike Johnson. Smoke detectors save lives.
Good idea to make yourself either a mental note or just you can post a sign somewhere in your house to change the batteries in your smoke detector.
Look at that. They even have smoke coming out of that house. Great float.
From what I've seen of these, I've seen some of these. I was actually in one of these once at a little carnival, and it's the harmless kind of smoke.
Now, if they're smart, they have a little porta potty in that house.
Always come prepared. Good idea, Barb.
My float would have a porta potty.
Good to have a porta potty anytime. And we've got Hanover Borough Council, Gary Brown inside. Another vehicle provided by Jean Latta Ford, one of the active members of the Hanover area community.
And here we have the mayor of Hanover, Maggie Hormel. Oh, with her dog.
As promised.
A little Pomeranian. Isn't that cute?
So do you think she gets chauffeured around like that, you know, all day, like on a normal day?
Well, she should. She's the mayor.
Sure.
But probably not.
Maybe she stopped because she's about ready to give a speech, but maybe another time.
I know. I think she's just waving to all the citizens of Hanover.
I think she just wanted extra camera time, that's all. What that
She did it for the dog.
Sure. As we mentioned before throughout the parade, some of our Miss Hanovers, that's the runner-up, Katie McMaster. There's Katie. And our second runner-up, Caitlin Van Sant. Miss Hanover first runner-up, Allison Despines.
Allison, I'm sorry if we're mispronouncing that. We've talked this over long before the parade.
And we kind of came to a consensus. And there you go.
The 2004 Miss Hanover, Sarah Schwartz. Pretty lady.
With all the glitter of her crown, you could tell she's definitely Miss Hanover.
Absolutely.
And upcoming our very next marching band here, Hanover Middle School. And Hanover High School band too. You know, we are moving right along. We're already in the second division now. This parade is a 6th division parade. We're in just the beginning of division number 2 as we listen to the Hanover area high school marching band.
And it seems to be moving quickly, but we're going to have so many fun things to show you.
There you go, the Hanover Nighthawks. There's their support vehicle where they pack their instruments away following the parade. And the homecoming princesses.
Passed by kind of quickly. I couldn't catch those names. Here we go again. Let's see what we can do. Not much, huh?
They're definitely having a good time.
Yes, they are. We just couldn't read those names. There's Hanover High School, Queens Court.
One of the divisional sponsors. This is the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade. Along with Barbara Seprovich, I'm John London here on SusCom 4. So happy to be bringing you this parade once again live in its entirety.
Look at that beautiful tiara. Actually, I think it's a whole crown, isn't it? It's not just a tiara. It's beautiful.
Miss York County. It's Rachel Henry.
Are you familiar with any of the duties that Miss York County has to do throughout the year?
I know one of them for sure is attending parades. So
thank you, John.
And various social functions, you know, getting her face out in the community. Representing WGTY Radio, 107.7. There's the Country Cruiser. Great Country, WGTY, 107.7. You can bet that Country Cruiser is out and about all over central Pennsylvania on any given day, like here at the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade.
Oh, John, I'm not really familiar with any other radio station. I only listen to John London on Warm 103.
I did not pay you to say that. And their sister station, WGET. That would be 1320 on your AM dial. And like so many radio stations and businesses, they're on the internet as well, as you see their web address on the side of their vehicle. Like it said Ms. America on the side of the vehicle there.
Well, I thought the same thing, but I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure.
I don't know.
Bueno Amici. Well, I haven't seen this particular group in before.
Neither have I. Looks like a first-time participant. Is that an Italian flag?
Yes, it is. Lodge 2772 from Hanover.
That's what a nice thing about these Halloween parades, folks celebrating their heritage. I was involved in the Millersville parade, and there were various ethnic groups celebrating their heritage. Nice way to celebrate our role as the melting pot of America.
Now, John, on our way to the parade tonight, see that blue pumpkin the little boy had?
Yes, yeah.
We were just talking about how popular the different colored pumpkins were this year.
Yeah, I guess people are getting tired of orange. I mean, what's the matter with orange? Come on. So white is also a very popular pumpkin color this year.
And purple.
And purple. I still like orange.
I do too.
Do you still decorate jack-o'-lanterns, carve them out year by year?
Well, I did last year. I didn't this year. Last year's was a fiasco. The eye ran into the nose, and I don't know. It was just awful. So I didn't do it this year.
That sounds scary.
I bought a ceramic one already carved up.
Did you? I just picked up a pumpkin. We did an event with Warm 103 Radio at Wolf Furniture, and they had a pumpkin sale. Then the money goes to charity that they raise. And I just picked up a pumpkin and plopped it on my front porch, and there it sits. I don't know if it's going to get carved, though.
And here we have another divisional sponsor. So that means we are coming up on yet another division.
And as the kids go trick-or-treating, we've got plenty of trick-or-treating tips for you. Still lots of trick-or-treating left in York County, Lancaster County, and all over central Pennsylvania. You want to make sure the kids walk on the sidewalks, not in the streets. Be sure to look both ways before crossing the street, checking for cars. And also low-flying brooms. Want to watch out for them. They can be tricky.
That's right. We want to remind everyone to turn your clocks back this weekend.
Oh, yes, as we get back to standard time, Eastern Standard Time. But you get an extra hour of sleep. That's the nice thing.
Oh, they came with their trick-or-treat bags.
And when you're trick-or-treating, always a good idea to carry a flashlight to light your way. And never, ever go to a stranger's house. Always good to go back to those houses that you know and know the folks in them. DeLone Catholic Squire Marching Band. Their colorful pom-poms, their cheerleaders. And one final thought on the trick-or-treating. Once it's over, they bring the candy home. Have a grown-up inspect the treats before eating. Always a good rule of thumb.
I think it's such a shame that you have to do that anymore.
We'll also have some information on Halloween candy and what it says about your personality depending on the kind of candy you like. So we'll have that upcoming for you in a little bit as we enjoy more of the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade here on SusCom 4.
DeLone Catholic Marching Squires. Those drums always look so heavy to carry for a whole parade route.
I always wanted to be a drummer, but my mother said you're not going to be a drummer because all drummers are crazy.
Ah.
No way.
So she.
I don't think they are, though. They look pretty reasonable out there, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Kind of on the serious side. Some of the spectators along the parade route will here along Baltimore Street in Hanover at our SusCom studios in Hanover.
You know, they had a concession stand here that I haven't usually seen at parades. That's the kind that they have at the York Fair that sells the candy apples, cotton candy.
Oh my gosh. Making me hungry now.
I know.
We've been lucky enough to get samples every year, and so far we got nothing going on here. So there's the cotton candy. The Hanover Soccer Club wishing everybody a happy Halloween. Soccer's still incredibly popular around central Pennsylvania and the rest of the country for that matter. Great sport.
Now that is an energetic group.
Looks like the parents are involved heavily too with that program.
And those light sticks look great around the kids' necks, don't they?
And you can hear them singing their fight song as they go along. Looks like a fun bunch.
Well, I think the parents have their hands full with that crew.
The folks from the Hanover Soccer Club. All right, so we mentioned the candy, the trick-or-treating. So now, the kind of candy you eat you like to have over and over. It tells you something about your personality, okay? So if you hear your favorite candy mentioned, Barb, here, just kind of jump in.
All right.
If you like caramels, that means you're an understated intellectual. There's candy corn too, means you love the limelight. Tootsie Rolls, I like Tootsie Rolls myself, means you're a fun-loving kid at heart.
That's you, John.
I don't think I'll ever grow up. No plans at this point.
You're a real Peter Pan, huh?
My wife tells me I act very immature, so I got to agree with her. Being too much of an adult it's no fun at all. Okay, how about chewy candies like say Good and Plenty and say Skittles?
That's mine.
Well, Barb, that means if you like that, chewy candies like Good and Plenty and Skittles means you're an energetic go-getter. And finally, mini chocolate bars means you're a born romantic.
The Hanover Hospital, when performance counts.
And if you like all of those favorites we just mentioned, it means you're either 10 years old or maybe you need to go on a diet. Or curtailing your candy intake. Looks like they've got plenty of candy to pass around. Oh, we've got the symbolic fire burning in the background. Nobody's going to get hurt from that fire. Whoa, some kind of a spooky operation taking place. I wonder if that's one of those extreme makeovers where they go through the plastic surgery. Looks like it's spookier than that. Or maybe it's plastic surgery gone wrong.
Civil War times, medicine was in its infancy. Medical personnel did not understand the need for sterile technique. Surgery was barbaric by today's standards. Anesthesia amounted to a stiff drink, biting on a bullet, and being held down while surgery was performed. If the patient survived the surgery, chances were they would die from a post-operative infection or gangrene.
If you heard the little announcement there, it looked as though they were reenacting the surgical techniques during the Civil War. That's kind of interesting. As we see the folks from Fox 43, news at 10. At 10, it's news. At 11, it's history.
Very good, John. You remembered.
They were also in the Millersville parade, so I had a chance to practice a little bit there. There's one of the news reporters, Jamie Garland.
Still a lot more parade to come.
More of the folks from Fox 43. I think Jamie enjoys this so much. I think she probably volunteered to come down here. I don't think she drew the short straw. I think she said, "Hey, send me to the Hanover parade." Now, we already talked about the trick-or-treating candy, and I'll have a Halloween quiz for you just a little bit here then, Barb.
Uh-oh.
You see Brownie Troop 901 out of Spring Grove.
Well, they're cute little witches, aren't they? See the different colored pumpkins, pink, blue. Not an orange one in the bunch.
It's a good way to spiff up Halloween. Wow, there is a very, very excellent looking antique car. Don Rumbaugh Insurance Exchange Limited out of Hanover.
That's in beautiful condition.
Complete with the rumble seat. Looks like and some kind of a storage chest in the back. Maybe there's candy in there.
I have a quiz for you, John. What kind is it?
It's a model insert letter Ford. No way I'm going to be wrong on this. And we've got the waitresses straight out of the 1950s.
Now, they're clever costumes. They have roller skates on, so they don't really have to walk. Didn't that one girl have roller skates?
She sure did. I've never been served by a waitress in roller skates. That would be something new. I'm all for it. I like the nostalgic theme restaurants. They're really nice. Is that a tribute to Bobby Rydell? Go Rydell high.
Well, I think it has something to do with Grease.
There you go. You saw the Grease lightning
Yes,
vehicle.
I did.
It's the School of Music and Dance, the Nebula Performing Company. Okay, I've got 10 questions for you. We'll just sort of go through these as we get a chance here.
All right.
Some of these are easy, some of these are hard. How about, now this was on TV just the other night. Every Halloween, Charlie Brown helps his friend Linus wait for what character to appear?
The Great Pumpkin.
That's correct. Should I keep track of your score?
Yes.
Okay, real good. All right, another float. Some spooky disco characters. Spider-Man getting ready for his next adventure, doing some pull-ups in the back.
From the Nebula Dance Company. We have our own Spider-Man in the parade this year, John.
He looks pretty nimble on that skyscraper. Wonder if he had to try to get in shape for this parade, or if that just comes naturally. So are those damsels in distress? I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not quite sure either. Do you think that's Tobey Maguire?
Ah.
Best guess.
If they paid him enough, it might be Tobey Maguire. And there's one of the villains in the background with the multi-mechanical arms. He can dance.
Jeep.
There you go.
How's that? I must fess up, I know nothing about cars. I like to look at them, but I know nothing about them.
Looks like something out of Desert Storm, Desert Shield.
Ooh, that's a spooky looking face.
Little froggy character. I don't think that's the baby the president kissed at Lancaster Airport the other day, though. No. Did you happen to see that shot on the news? That had to be one of the most, will go down as one of the most famous babies in our area. That's all part of politics, though. Shaking hands and kissing babies,
That's right.
And staying out of trouble.
I noticed he kind of held it away from him, though.
He sure did.
He must have had a little diaper problem going on.
I don't think he has any grandchildren yet. The girls are too young yet for that, so that'll come with experience. More of our members of the military. There you go, the Pennsylvania Army National Guard.
It almost looks like a 3D poster, doesn't it?
Sure does. Another way to honor our men and women in uniform serving not only in the Persian Gulf but around the world. Afghanistan, many other hot spots throughout the world. I don't think he's landing a plane. I think he's keeping those military vehicles going straight. Okay, easy question. This is a gimme, Barb.
All right.
I'll just shoot this in here real quick. What do folks traditionally bob for at Halloween parties?
Apples.
There you go. You're 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
They get a little harder here. Looks like we've got the space shuttle. There we go. He's landing the space shuttle. There you go.
Danceworks presents A Scary Night in Hanover. Now, these might be some unique costumes. I like the ones on the gals carrying the banner. Look at that beautiful full moon. Now, how perfect is that for a Halloween parade?
Beautiful, and we're glad we can see it tonight because last night we had the total eclipse of the moon. A relatively rare sight. Did you by any chance go out and see that last night?
I did, but it wasn't total when I saw it. It was about 3/4 covered. Danceworks Studio.
The Werewolves of London, and we have the Wacky Witches too.
Oh, these Wacky Witches look cute.
Some more purple hair. Purple hair must be really in this year.
Each got to pick out the costume they wanted to wear, the colors.
They're really nice costumes.
Creepy crawlers. Oh, look at this.
Those are cute little bugs.
Very, very cute.
Wow, the attack of the spiders, some of the creepy crawlers.
I love the one in the front here with all the different colors. And the green one is great.
It looks like something from H.R. Puffin stuff, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Remember that show? Saturday morning kids entertainment.
Ooh. Great mask.
Okay, I've got the first toughie quiz question for you here, Barb.
Uh-oh.
Which country celebrates the Day of the Dead instead of Halloween? And it's on the North American continent. That way there, we've narrowed it down.
All right, give me the first letter of it.
M.
Oh, my.
Celebrates the Day of the Dead instead of Halloween.
All right, I don't know.
Starts with an M.
What is it?
Mexico. All right, here's a gimme. What do pumpkins grow on? Trees, bushes, or vines?
Vines.
There.
Ooh, I needed an easy one. My ego was shattered there. Here we have another classic car. Your flag is coming. Please stand, remove hat, hand over heart. Thank you. Well, we are not going to be able to do that. We're sitting in a van.
Yeah. We do have our hats removed, though, honoring the Korean War veterans, York County Chapter 178.
And they want to remind you, freedom is not free.
There is the red, white, and blue.
And you know, looking out at the spectators, they have indeed removed their hats.
And the crowd appreciate that, the tribute to the flag and everything it stands for, and the Korean War veterans too.
Look at the grapes. Oh.
Is that something honoring Fruit of the Loom? I don't know.
I don't know.
Look.
This is the one we saw, John.
Driving in tonight, we saw this. The hook and the fish. Which came first, the fish or the hook? I don't know. Oh, boy. Meet the pets, everybody.
How cute is that? Oh, I love these grapes. The Littlestown High School Marching Band. I'm not quite sure what division we're in here.
Aw. I'm guessing poodles, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Littlestown High School Marching Blue Band. They got a nice round of applause when they passed.
Sure did. Very popular in this area. Okay, ready for another question?
Okay.
It's another gimme here. What are male witches called?
Sorcerers or wizards?
Starts with a W.
Warlocks.
There you go. Very good. You are just zipping along
I
here in
am.
this quiz.
The queen of trivia.
Fly into your seat. Is that what that says?
Yep, pack 302. That's a Cub pack.
Somebody's doing the Macarena there.
As much of it as you can do sitting down. Another very colorful float.
High-low auto sales.
That marks another division coming up.
Wow. Don't mess with him.
That is a great mask.
Gee. All right, movie trivia, Halloween movie trivia.
Okay.
What's the name of the serial killer in the film Halloween?
I don't know. I don't watch any of those.
I wouldn't have known this
You're
one.
pretty quick to put a zero there, aren't you?
Michael Myers.
Ah.
Yes. All right. There's plenty more where this came from.
Oh, how did I know?
Halloween is celebrated on the eve of what Christian holiday?
Hallows Eve. Of All Saints Day.
All Saints Day, you got it. Great. Man, that's impressive. You go, girl.
I hope that was one of the tougher ones.
It was. Halloween originated from a festival celebrated by what ancient tribe? We mentioned at the top of the show.
The Irishmen.
That's close enough. The Celts. Okay. And in Scotland, what vegetable was traditionally carved into a jack-o'-lantern? Instead of a pumpkin, they used something else. Another vegetable. This was in Scotland.
No, squash?
A turnip.
Turnip. You know what? I was going to say turnip too.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
I should have given you more time on that.
They just seem so small to carve.
They sure do.
There's an orange pumpkin.
I think that's why they switched to pumpkins. They said, look, this turnip thing is just not working.
That's right.
Next year, we're switching to pumpkins, and everyone was happy.
I mean, how do you hollow out a turnip?
Anyway. Okay, here you go.
Glad that didn't catch on.
You did really well, Barb. You got almost every one. But here's sort of a bonus here.
All right.
This one, I don't think anybody would get. What is the difference between a casket and a coffin?
Ooh.
I just thought I thought it was the same thing, but referred to in different ways. We'll have the answer in a second here as we look at the Hanover Husky football team from Hanover. There's a lot of team spirit.
All right, I'm going to guess at that one, John. A coffin you actually get buried in.
Okay.
A casket, is that like a container like for, I don't know, a drink or something?
All right, it actually has to do with the shape of the box.
Oh.
Okay. A coffin is the rectangular shaped box that a person is buried in. A casket is what we've seen on TV. You usually see a vampire in it.
Yes.
A casket has sort of, I call it the form-fitting model, where there's more elbow room at the top,
yes.
and then the bottom where the feet go is narrow. That's a casket. Now, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Other way around.
Oh,
I don't want to lead anybody.
Totally
When you're picking these out in the future here, I don't want to lead anybody astray. Let me see, make sure here. Yeah, the casket is rectangular and the coffin is the form-fitting one.
All right.
There you go.
Now, what kind of mask is that? Any particular character or just?
It's the big white face mask is what
Why do I ask you these questions?
Driving an older model Ford.
This is a nice float. Just having fun.
Now there's a theme. Just having fun.
Yes, it is. Well done.
Any kind of a float, big floats, small floats in between. Lots of floats in the Hanover JC's Halloween parade.
There sure are.
I wonder if the Wolfman is running for office. He was holding up a V for Victory sign. Some Halloween candy somebody threw down.
Little candy scavengers.
Well, Barb, we did some research on the world's creepiest destinations, some choice internet sites you can check out to find out about some creepy destinations, locales that you've heard of, like Salem, Massachusetts, the home of the witches, right?
Right.
You can find out about the Salem Wax Museum and the Witch Museum in Salem, Massachusetts.
Now, wait a minute, John. They just showed that cotton candy and candy apple stand.
Ooh. They'd like to make us hungry here.
I know. All right. What's another location?
So if you want to find out more about Salem, that's salemwaxmuseum.com. Now, we've, of course, heard about the Haunted Tower of London, right?
Yes.
If you want to find out about that, that's tower-of-london.com. Got another one for you here. Bermuda Triangle. Wacky things happen in the Bermuda Triangle. Planes disappear. Strange weather phenomena. So you can learn more about the Bermuda Triangle at bermudatourism.com. And I saved the local one for last year. Everyone says the Gettysburg battlefield is haunted. You hear lots of legends and stories about the ghosts of soldiers, some of the civilians from the Civil War era that are actually seen and heard on the battlefield or the surrounding vicinity, some of the homes in the area. So you can learn more about it at gettysburg.com.
All That Jazz Dance Studio from Hanover. We haven't really seen any of the baton groups yet.
We have not. Maybe they're saving themselves up for the York Halloween parade. We've got to have at least one. What's a parade without a baton group?
They do have a lot of dance groups in here, though, that are really great. Good costumes.
Where do you get all of that energy?
I have no idea.
Bonehead?
I like the chicken tied to his leg.
Maybe he was doing the funky chicken. I don't know. He's very proud of it, whatever he's doing.
Woods Hanover home brand potato chips. That's a great looking vehicle, isn't it?
Oh my, speaking of great looking vehicles. Wow.
You like that one, do you?
Very nice. In absolutely mint condition.
And you know what kind that is, John?
It'll be your basic GTO sports car. One of those big muscle cars.
What's a heavy group on that float?
They sure are.
I think the floats with the corn stalks and hay bales look great.
Wow, now that's creative.
Bugs seem to be a recurring theme in here.
insects and bugs. Boy, the things you can do with a dryer vent hose. Look at that. There. Well, everybody seems to be enjoying the parade as thousands and thousands of folks line the streets of Hanover. This being Baltimore Street in Hanover, right at our SusCom location here in Hanover. Martial arts, and here we go. Yes.
Ooh.
I taught him everything he knows, Barb.
Did you?
No, not really. That was impressive.
Yes, it was.
I liked how he did that right on cue in front of the camera. And he never felt a thing either.
Not that he was going to let us see anyway. Maybe we'll have a little demonstration here. The different color belts mean? I only know the black belt. I don't know what the other colors mean.
I saw the yellow and the red. Various stages of accomplishment. If I owned this vehicle, I would never drive it. I'd be afraid I'd put a scratch on it.
You would be in every parade in the county, just showing it off.
Hey, Shrek is here. I don't know if that was Shrek 1 or 2, though. Maybe both.
Are we there yet? No Limit Dance Team. A lot of dance groups in here that I haven't heard of before. This is great.
This is the most dance studios I've seen.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of new things.
No baton groups so far, but gee whiz, just a whole gaggle of dance studios.
What do you think it represents?
I'd like to tell you what it is, but I'm not sure.
I think it's a hammer to squash that bug. Or is that a crab?
There you go.
It's a crab. It's a hammer to crack the crab.
There you go. Now that's creative.
Yes, it is.
That's the most creative scooper I've ever seen.
I know.
I think that's a pooper scooper. No.
It's a pretty big one.
Wow. Very nice. Creative. You are watching the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade on SusCom 4. I'm John London along with Barb Sebovich as the Hanover Senior High School folks come marching into view here. Folks from SAD. Some of the photos of students who had the unfortunate occurrence of dying in accidents.
That is very sad.
Many of them from drunk driving. Students against drunk driving. Tribute to some of their friends. My goodness, lots more to come of the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade here on SusCom 4.
Here's a float entitled Just Live. Let the choices you make today be choices you can live with tomorrow. Is that another Spider-Man up there?
Sure looks like it.
Toby is just everywhere.
He's got the military's help this time. Oh, look at that. They've got one of those packages on this truck that illuminates the underside of the car so it shines down onto the roadway.
I've never seen those before.
You gotta have the right kind of vehicle to carry that off, and a nice muscle-looking purple truck, that really carries off that look.
White Rose Clowns from York, Pennsylvania. This would make the parade complete. Fancy hat with all those balloons.
Wow, very creative. Of course, that's one of the, you know, when you go to clown school, you've got to, they have the balloon making class. That'll make or break you as a clown. I hear, Barb, there's a high dropout rate in the balloon making class.
I see.
I mean, if you don't get past that, you're done.
The one that made that hat must have been an honor student.
Sure.
Look at this one. Wow.
How ornate. Vehicle complete with a ruffle on it. Wow, all the colors of the rainbow.
It's a fancy car. Although, if they ever wanted to resell it, only another clown would buy it. West Mannheim Troop, 1442. This is a Girl Scout troop. Fly into your seat. That's what their float says. Those witches are just too cute to be scary.
There's New Oxford's homecoming court. There's the Queen herself. Jill Verity, the New Oxford senior princess, Amber Jarvis. And the senior princess, Ashley Pertinel. Peternell.
Better now?
Want to give a
Better
third? We gave it our best shot.
New Oxford High School Marching Band. We want to thank Hanover Honda for bringing the parade to the people of Hanover, and SusCom 4 Brown's Orchard for bringing it into your home.
Folks from the Hanover Lions Club. We saw the lion just a moment ago.
There he is.
Yep.
It's perfect weather for wearing that costume.
Sure is.
I could not do this.
They tell me it looks a lot easier to ride a unicycle than it really is.
I would fall flat on my face.
Good luck to him. Nice job. I mean, how do you suddenly, do you just suddenly wake up one day and think, I'd like to learn how to ride a unicycle?
That never entered my mind.
Another one of our cars from the 50s.
Cloggers from East Berlin. Have we seen that group before, John?
That's my first look. Good to have them here as part of the Hanover JC's Halloween parade.
A lot of new things this year.
And a float for the support of our troops around the world. Fine job our men and women of the military do to defend our freedom wherever they have to be called, whether it be here in our own country, or they may be stationed in the U.S. or somewhere around the globe.
We're doing some clogging now.
Those little motorcycles are so popular.
for my speed.
And a skeleton in the back seat.
Yes, I believe the eyes were lighting up on them.
So. All right, so we told you about these scary Halloween websites. We've got some internet sites that are a little more practical, like if you want to make some recipes, as we see Pack 85 coming by from New Oxford. Halloween recipes at HalloweenKitchen.com. Some Halloween toys that are popular at Halloween-toys.com. You can learn safety tips at Halloween-safety.com.
Look at this great float, John.
Oh my, that had to be a lot of fun building that castle. And if you want to hear all about the extensive history of Halloween going back over 2,000 years, you can always go to allhallowseve.com. It's all there.
Well, I'm sure everyone will be on their computers tonight. JD's All-Stars Cheer Gym. This must be to train little cheerleaders. Do you think?
I sure do. Back to the kids in the castle.
They're having too much fun. So you're looking at your future high school and college and professional cheerleaders right here in Hanover.
There could be a future Baltimore Ravens or Philadelphia Eagles cheerleader in this bunch.
Or one of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders in there somewhere.
Sure. So do you like ghost stories, Barb?
Sure.
You can go to HalloweenGhostStories.com. Some of the best and scariest stories for your reading pleasure. And a lot of practical ideas about Halloween. 101HalloweenIdeas.com. 101 different Halloween ideas, tips, and tricks, too.
There we go. There goes a little Ravens cheerleader right there on the screen. I can tell.
Fit right in.
Don't be afraid. Our checks are free. Community banks. For those of you who are looking to do some Christmas shopping on December 5th, it's the first Saturday in December, and I believe it's December 4th. The York County SPCA is having a cable-a-thon on SusCom 4. Starts at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and they will have some great items to auction off. All the proceeds go to benefit the York County SPCA. Well worth watching.
Whoa.
Look at that.
There's hair coming out of everywhere.
Look at the hair coming out of his nose.
Looks like he's been busy tonight. RoboCop, there you go. Wow, where did they get that outfit? Looks like
I just knew you would know the name of it.
Straight out of Hollywood.
Presented by Dr. Hal Cohen and staff. They look like little Minnie Mouses.
Oh, they're really cute.
They are.
Here's Ford Falcon. Era 1960, give or take a year or two.
There's someone enjoying the music.
So, Barb, we've talked about Halloween candy. We've got some ideas for costumes. If you want a creative costume, we've got them for you. We'll tell you about it in just a little bit. As the Pennsylvania Elks say no to drugs and no to violence.
Feels like the temperature's starting to drop a little bit here, John, and I can see some people out there bundling up a little bit more.
Folks from the Hanover Elks Lodge. Come over here, pal. Come to our van. Okay, ideas for Halloween costumes. Got to think this one through. If you're all dressed up in green, from head to toe in green, and you've got the letters N as in never and V as in victory on your chest, that would be green with envy. Envy. There you go. Just some ideas we thought we'd pass along to you. Dracula's part of that float. Some dastardly deed going on in there. Let's see what they're up to. Maybe it's a Dracula's dance marathon.
It may be. I believe that was center stage.
Thanks for the warning. Risk, beware, danger.
Oh, enter at your own risk.
Wow, now those are nice Halloween costumes.
Yes, they are. Here we have the SusCom truck. Along with the SusCom quarterbacks. SusCom provides the York and Hanover area with digital cable, high-definition television, and high-speed internet access. SusCom recently added the NFL network to its digital cable lineup, and the football players walking along the truck are here to spread the word. So if your satellite dish is fumbling your reception during bad weather, sack it and call SusCom. Make SusCom a part of your family.
What is cooking in the cornfield, Barb?
Yeah, that's a great float. It's got everything. It's got lights. It's got the witch. It's got corn stalks. It has it all.
It's got panache.
want to again thank Hanover Honda for bringing the parade to the residents of Hanover.
And the folks from the Hanover Area Family YMCA, and all the good things they do for the community. I want to again thank the folks from the Eagle Fire Company #2 for illuminating the site as they do every year. They do a fine job.
Huge. Let's get those paddles moving here. That must have been the swim team coming by.
If you're wondering, this is how Barb and I get ready for our broadcast. Nobody can do that until now that we lift her up like that.
That's right. So we can be at our best just for you. Oh, look at this. Now that's unique.
That's impressive.
Yes, it is.
Brought their own show.
Haunted house. You gotta love that. Wow.
It's high-tech Halloween.
I know. That has prize written all over it. It even has some very scary Halloween music with it.
I'm trying to follow the plot there, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure there is a plot, John.
Yeah, I think you're right. Halloween. Got the sounds of another marching band coming up very soon.
Look like a bride chasing after a band there. There she is. She caught up with it. I hear one of those little motorcycles buzzing around out there, but I don't see it.
I think that was our president running for re-election there. Or a representation thereof. Adams County Volunteer Emergency Service Association.
Now, John, I'm impressed that you could read it that
Just
quickly.
passed the eye test.
Look at all those pumpkins. Cute idea.
Tell you what, it looks like that graveyard is chock full of tombstones. Representing the local 911 center.
I bet Dad's in there somewhere.
I can hear Mom or Dad right before the parade saying, remember, don't eat the candy, you throw it.
This is quite a sizable group.
Sure is. And for all the services they do for the community, these are volunteers. Okay, another idea for creative Halloween costume.
Go ahead. I like the first one. I thought that was cute.
Okay, a man comes in. Okay, all you need to do is be a man. That works. And tape an E on your chest, and suddenly you become an email. Get it? Email.
That's easy enough.
Now here's a really creative one. No muss, no fuss, but sort of controversial at the same time. You just dress in normal clothing, and you hold up a sign that says "Nudist on strike."
That's lame.
Oh boy. All right, I'm going to try to redeem myself.
All right.
You wear all black, and you tape pictures of the sun, the moon, and the planets and the stars to yourself.
I like that one so far.
So what do you think that one might be?
Well, I don't know.
That one's Mr. Universe.
So again, you have to be a man.
It would help. So just a few ideas for some Halloween costumes.
There's some very clever ideas that can be quickly done.
Folks from the Wizard of Oz. Remember last year or the year before, we had lots and lots of tributes to the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, we did.
Gee whiz, I love that yellow truck. Symbolic of the yellow brick road, I would imagine. Today's hit music.
Good save, John.
Halloween is the sweetest holiday of the year. As far as candy, it beats out Easter, Valentine's Day, and Christmas in sales of candy.
Really?
Amazing, yep.
I'm surprised it beats Easter.
Yep. Halloween #1, sweetest holiday of the year. Another one for you.
Okay.
1/4 of all the candy that is sold annually in our country is purchased between September 15th and November 10th, right around Halloween. Tons of it.
Well, your head must be about ready to explode from all this trivia.
And as we see the Marple Newton High School marching band, always part of the Hanover Halloween parade.
Now, they're unusual uniforms.
I like it, very representative of this time of year. Look at how it blends in and complements the tree in the background. It's the Marple Newton Tiger Marching Band.
And John is a frustrated drummer. He was in here beating his pen, pretending.
Ringo's my hero.
Oh, a canine unit. Great. This is Camp Canine. Schultz Foods.
It's like sort of a girlish gorilla on top of that Humvee. Got a tropical theme going on.
Hula skirts.
Just give me that old time rock and roll, Barb.
Links music from Hanover. Now that's not the same fellow we saw earlier, is it?
I don't think so. Another vehicle like we did see earlier. I'd like to use that at Hershey Park. Come in handy.
Well, that's a fancy wagon. Aw. Someone's getting very tired now. I think that's a little Elvis.
I believe you're right. You know, some celebrities no longer with us, still making lots of money long after they passed on. Elvis alone, Barb, last year made $40 million.
Wow.
Amazing.
Some great floats. We've seen a lot of floats this year.
They're all colorful, very creative too.
We've also seen a lot of those white masks.
We were talking about candy earlier. If you're talking about candy corn alone, Americans consume an estimated 20 million pounds of candy corn every year. That's a lot of trips to the dentist.
It's a dentist's dream. Trunk or treat. Oh, look at the trunk. Look at the back of it.
And Barb, one more factoid on candy.
All right.
Candy. 90% always sneak goodies from their kids' trick-or-treat bags, and I would be one of them.
I can hardly believe that.
Guilty as charged.
Aren't these bears adorable?
They are.
Oh, they're cute. Here's a float coming up with bears on it. Great costumes. Follow me to Boyd's Bear Country. Oh, I like that. gosh, those sleeveless shirts make me cold. Longer than I thought it would. Who do we have here? Vikings.
Roller skates, no less. Well, we sure saw plenty of pumpkins. Did you know that in early days, pumpkins were once recommended for removing freckles and also curing snake bites?
You're kidding.
Yes, sirree.
More roller skates. Well, that's a fun way to cruise through a parade.
Sure is. I thought that song was dead and gone, but it's back. Who let the dogs out? Was it by the Baja Men or something?
Oh, no, they should have played that for that canine group.
Yeah. An antique fire engine coming into view.
With a big stuffed Dalmatian on top. Now, for those of you who would like to see this parade all over again, it will be replayed, so you'll have to check your schedule, see when it's going to be on.
Chevrolet fire engine. Oh, there's a happy little lady. As pleased as can be. Hang on to your balloon, honey. Don't let it fly away. The whole family's having, and that's what this is all about too. Just lots of family fun for everyone here in Hanover for the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade right here on SusCom 4.
And it's being brought to you by Hanover Honda. Is this Wolfgang's?
Sure
it
is. You got it. They are just getting rid of awesome amounts of candy. Somebody threw one back. That wouldn't be me. We're talking about pumpkins earlier. The top 5 pumpkin producing states as we check out the Park Hills Athletic Association.
So, John, what's the biggest pumpkin ever grown?
Well, got that information for you. Stowed away here in a special place.
Tick tock, tick tock.
As I look for, as I look for that information that'll be coming up shortly here. Top 5 pumpkin producing states. Number 5 is Michigan. 60 million pounds. Number 4, New York, 107 million pounds. Pennsylvania, 117 million pounds. California, 150 million pounds. And the top pumpkin producing state in the U.S., Illinois, 299 million pounds annually. Amazing.
It's a lot of pumpkin. So, John, what's the biggest pumpkin?
My search continues here. I will bring that to you.
I'll bet it's over 1,000 pounds.
I'll bet it is too. As soon as I find it. We'll have it before the end of the parade, I guarantee it.
It looks like part of the crowd is beginning to thin out here in front of us.
Now, Barb, I do have the largest pumpkin pie ever made.
All right. How big?
Weighed 418 pounds, and it was made by the Windsor Certified Farmers Market and the Windsor High School Culinary Arts Program in Windsor, California in October of last year.
Now, what did they bake that in? Where would you find an oven big enough to bake a 400-pound pie?
That's a lot of pumpkin pie. I'm telling you what. And as far as the heaviest, I had it here all along. I was just kind of stringing you along here, stringing you along on the pumpkin vine. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the heaviest pumpkin ever grown weighed in at an astounding 1,337 pounds and 9 ounces, grown by a pumpkin farmer in New Hampshire.
Wow.
How about that?
And New Hampshire wasn't even on your top 5 list, was it?
He had some heavy-duty fertilizer there.
He must have. Uh-oh, there's an abandoned skateboard. Oh, no, he's going to do something.
Whoa.
With it. There we go.
How daring can you get? Oh. Gee. What a clean routine. Nobody got hurt.
Now, I wonder if this is an organized group or just a bunch of friends that decided to get together and use their bikes and skateboards.
Whatever the case may be, they are having a fantastic time tonight.
They're actually one of the largest groups.
Well, once these kids are ready to kick back and watch their favorite Halloween movies, we've got some Halloween movies for kids. We'll give you some of them. Of course, everybody still loves SpongeBob SquarePants. There's a movie called SpongeBob SquarePants Halloween. There's one for you.
How did he get to be so popular?
I don't know. I didn't see him in this parade yet. I think we saw him last year, though.
Yes, we did.
There's Nicktoons Halloween. The Harry Potter movies are, of course, popular. Casper and Wendy's Ghostly Adventures. There's another one.
Oh, but that would be cute.
The one we talked about earlier, Charlie Brown. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. That was on TV earlier this week.
That's a Halloween classic.
Something called Spooky House. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Here's a sprint car.
Smile for the camera.
Yeah, wave, wave. There we go.
Aw. And Mickey's House of Mouse Villains, also popular, along with Casper, of course.
Simone's Unlimited. Let's see what we have coming from Simone's. Ooh, I see lots of lights. I love floats with lights.
I do too. Gee, the whole wedding party. It looked like they just came off the top of a cake.
Look, they even have the entertainment on there. It's a pretty float.
And a pretty car to go with it.
I bet those girls are cold.
Think there's any chance that could be a real wedding party?
No.
How could you tell?
They have to be cold, just standing on a float.
Folks from Faulkner.
Cloud dancer, aerial photography.
There you go.
That's a very creative name for an aerial photographer. I like that mask. That'd be great for the Mardi Gras.
I like the way they do their selling. They take a photo of your house and then they try to sell it to you. I mean, it's hard to turn that down. Hey, an aerial photo of my house. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
So's Taekwondo.
Getting ready for their routine.
Yeah,
here we go.
let's see what they're going to do for us. You know, you hear people say, I have a black belt in karate.
Sure.
You never hear them saying, I have a yellow belt in karate or a blue belt in karate.
I think once you reach black belt, then you really want to brag about it, because I think you've really gone through all the rigors of training.
Aw. And she's still awake.
Aw. Well, this has been one fun parade so far. We're now just over 2 hours into it. The annual Hanover JC's Halloween parade here on SusCom 4. I'd say that's a mask of our president, but I don't want to insult our commander-in-chief like that.
I know. I mean, he has been dancing around in front of this camera for the longest time.
Got the West Mannheim ponies, the cheerleaders, and the football players. What a happy bunch.
Kennard-Dale High School Marching Band. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenwood, and they are from Baltimore, Maryland. See, I saw the K and I just jumped to conclusions.
It's understandable. Let's give a listen.
looks like our camera operator down in front is just swamped with all the little ones that were marching in front of the band.
And the folks from the Kenwood High School Junior ROTC.
Look at all those medals. Love that color.
I sure do. Green is back in style again.
I know. There's the lights you were talking about again, John.
Sure. Yeah, you got to have the right kind of car to carry it off, too.
I want those. I probably don't have the right kind of car, but I want those.
I'm liking them more every time I see them. I wonder if you can get a kit like that at Pep Boys.
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Manny, Mo, and Jack.
The Coast Guard Auxiliary Patrol. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary is a division of Homeland Security. It's an all-volunteer organization, and their responsibilities include patrolling the Cadorus and boater safety. It's a nice-looking boat.
It is. Looks like a cabin cruiser. Very nice. All nice and shiny for the parade. L&H Trucking Incorporated out of Hanover, Bloomsburg, and Altoona. What ghostly fun do they have going on? Oh my goodness, the little ones.
Coming to a community near you. In 2005. Bet it took a lot of time to make that.
Sure did. Very creative. Well, we were talking about all these Halloween get-ups, costumes. We've actually got some info here on the favorite masks, favorite Halloween masks.
For this year or like all time?
It's a list of its annual collection of celebrity, living or dead, politician and billionaire masks and so forth. So billionaire Halloween masks, popular ones are Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, and Donald Trump.
Oh, no surprise there, I guess. Yeah. Look at this.
Ooh la la.
I know the guys in the truck are checking this out.
She's part of the parade, right?
Well, I'm not sure.
Getting far more camera time than she deserves, obviously. Well, we lived through that. Okay, as far as celebrity Halloween masks, you know, actors, actresses, big ones are Martha Stewart, Paris Hilton, Kobe Bryant, and Mel Gibson.
Wow.
Whoa.
Now, what kind of a vehicle is this, John?
Something souped up, straight out of the cemetery.
Fancy hearse.
Gee whiz. Oh my. As far as dead celebrity Halloween masks, we've got Marilyn Monroe, John Lennon, and Elvis Presley, still immensely popular. And
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone with a John Lennon mask.
I haven't either. Seen plenty of Elvis ones, though. And with the election right around the corner, we've got the political Halloween masks. Arnold Schwarzenegger is popular, governor of California. John Edwards, Democrat for vice president. Dick Cheney, Republican vice presidential candidate, looking for re-election there. John Kerry, Democrat for president. And of course, our current president, George Bush. We've seen a lot of George Bush masks tonight.
Yes.
Of course, a reminder as we talk about that, if you're registered to vote, of course, be sure to get out and to cast your ballot, because every vote does count in this critical election year, determining the future of our country and its leadership. Good idea to pick up a voter's guide when they come out in the newspaper and do a little bit of research on your candidates before you head into the voting booth.
That's right.
Liberator performance. Just kind of hanging out, having a good time.
Well, then we have it all. We have trees, corn stalks, hay bales, and I saw some
Everything.
lights. It's all there.
It's just like real trees they've got up there. Tell you what, every year Kale's Auto Service gets a lot of advertising. They're right in the background of most of our on-camera shots. Well, we certainly have had a super time bringing you the Hanover JC's Halloween Parade right here on a SusCom 4. Along with Barbara Sepovich, I'm John London. And we have had a fantastic time, and everyone, two-legged and four-legged spectators alike, all had a fantastic time. Thousands and thousands of folks turn out for what's become a yearly tradition here in Hanover, and we've enjoyed bringing you the Hanover Parade for the last several years. They tell me we're up to year 4 or 5 already, bringing it to you on SusCom 4. This is, of course, the 63rd annual Hanover JC's Halloween Parade.
And as always, you can find something new and different in the Hanover Parade every year. We've seen several entries this year that we've never seen before in any of the other parades.
Sure, lots of dance studios tonight. We did have at least one baton unit coming by. Plenty of the marching bands. And the floats, bigger and better and more creative than ever. I think the spectators are trying to figure out if this is the end of the parade. A couple of them starting to filter away. Be sure to check your local listings. This parade will be shown rebroadcast one more time. Check your local listings for the broadcast time.
And we will have the York Halloween Parade coming up Sunday.
Hanover Academy of Dance, another creative float. Just hanging out on the hay bales, waving to the crowd.
Don't forget the York County SPCA Cableathon coming to you on SusCom 4 Saturday, December 4th, beginning at noon. Lots of fabulous auction items. You can do some of your Christmas shopping.
Now, Barb, I noticed Bob Rudy, the host, one of the hosts of Meet the Pets, he got his hair cut live on the air a couple of years ago, I guess. Now, I notice he has a big, full head of hair again. It's coming back. Any chance we might have a repeat of that?
Yes, he was getting it. He was getting it cut again this Wednesday, so it's not so full by now.
All right.
No, I think he's going to keep it short.
He looks good that way too. He really does.
Yes, he does.
Bob Rudy, of course, not only on Meet the Pets, but on Oldies 96.1 radio.
A lot of smoke coming out of this truck.
Looks like they're doing a drawdown for that vehicle for a Grand Cherokee.
Oh, I like this.
Me too. Whoa. They mean that in a good way, of course.
Look at that. Sparkly green. There's a big orange pumpkin. Yes, the fellas in the van are still talking about that woman we saw earlier in the parade.
Yeah, with a reference to the vehicle we just saw. I think he's got a full pumpkin of trick-or-treats. Right, we had a lot of candy flying tonight. Of course, mostly with a lot of the candy companies that were represented in the parade.
Road Rangers. I saw a lot of hedges decorated with those spider webs.
Sure.
Must be difficult to get off after Halloween. Especially if it had gotten rained on.
Maybe it just melts away.
I don't think so.
And as the Hanover JC's Halloween parade begins to wind down somewhat, we're of course already gearing up, ready to bring you on Sunday the 31st, the York Halloween parade. That'll be Sunday at 2 o'clock. Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Some of those drunk drivers going to jail where they belong.
And we see more of the spectators beginning to wander away. I would imagine it's getting kind of late for some of the little ones.
Yes, started to get past their bedtime. More of the Road Rangers. Wow, now there's a scary pickup. Wonder where they pulled him up from.
Oh, it's been a great night for a parade. And we want to thank Hanover's Eagle Fire Company #2 Dick Garrett and Matthew Barnes for providing the light truck and spending the night with us here.
We've got a few brave souls hanging out to make sure they get to catch the parade in its entirety. And we aim to stay with it as long as it takes here.
That's right.
Looks like we still have a little bit of action on the parade route. Yep, still more Happy Halloween.
We want to thank SusCom 4 and Brown's Orchard for bringing the parade into your home. The Hungry Parrot, a pizza company, I believe.
Oh, yes. All you can eat, baby. That's the best kind.
We've seen a lot of this smoke this year. A lot of the floats had smoke. Starlight Auto Company.
Gee whiz. That definitely is not off the showroom floor.
No. I think the guardrail's a nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that's being held together with glue and Scotch tape too.
It looks like maybe these cars look like maybe they've been in a demolition derby, huh?
They sure have. They've been around the block a couple of times. Oh, some of these little ones are going to be falling asleep soon. We've been staying up late at night to watch the World Series. By the way, yeah, there you go. Looks like she's giving a huge congratulations to the world champion Boston Red Sox, who, you know, this time of year, appropriate to mention, the Bambino's curse looks like it's finally been broken as the Red Sox win their first World Series since 1918.
The curse has been lifted.
We actually got to see it in our lifetimes. 86 years. It was a long wait, but well worth it. Red Sox set a record for 8 consecutive playoff victories. That had never been done before.
Well, I just don't know what I'm going to do with all my time since the World Series is over.
That's over.
The election is coming to a close. I mean, this has been monopolizing all of my TV time.
We'll soon be through with the York Halloween Parade. This one as it wraps up too. But as you know, the rest of the holidays right around the corner.
And just when you think it's about over, we have a marching band.
Sure got that right. You'll never walk alone
like that may be the end of the parade. Am I correct? I see everybody kind of walking behind the cars here.
Just as the parade started, if this is in fact the wrap-up, we've got the same ending with the police personnel coming by to help make sure everyone gets safely out of the area and back to their homes.
And I hope you've learned a lot about Halloween from John's trivia tonight.
Oh my goodness, we covered the whole gamut here. You know, gee whiz, from A to Z, trick-or-treating. We learned about the candy treats.
Some very creative costumes.
Safety tips as you're trick-or-treating, internet sites with everything that is Halloween. And it goes on and on. Costumes, creative costumes for you. Fun facts about Halloween candy. And the history of Halloween too, all right here.
Well, I think we can safely say that was the end of the parade, John.
We have had a wonderful time as this parade has verged on 2.5 hours, and certainly action-packed, fun-filled, fun for the whole family from top to bottom, inside and out. Barb, I had a wonderful time tonight.
So did I. We're going to throw it to a break right now, and we'll be back for the wrap.
The full season, full-fledged farm market. We stress quality of our fruits. Everything that we try to do in the market stresses quality. The total mix we have, with the deli, the bakery, the gifts, the flowers, people don't have to come into this building. We have to make them want to come in. An inviting atmosphere, friendliness, courtesy, helpful, go that extra mile.
Shouldn't today be a Browns day? 'Cause good friends meet at Brown.
Take exit 10 off of I-83.
I could reach the stars, pour one down for you, so you could see the truth, that I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe, and if I could, I'd change the world.
Morning.
What's up, bro?
Welcome to the party. It's the ESPN Game Plan College Football Pay-Per-View Package. Get access to more than 150 extra college football games this season. Order now.